All right, let's get into it. We are diving deep, deep into one of the most heated rivalries in football, the Merseyside Derby.
Oh, yeah.
And, I've been looking over some of the background on this one that you sent. And, well, this isn't just another match, is it? I mean, this is the last dance at Goodison Park before Everton moves on, huh?
Yeah, this is the last one.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's going to add a whole other level to. I mean, this is a rivalry that's, just full of passion and emotion as it is.
Yeah.
But think about it: 130 years of history, all crammed into this last match at Goodison. And the Everton fans are going to make sure this send off is definite.
I bet they are. And you know what they are? They're coming into this one pretty fired up, I'd say, especially after that 4-0 win over Wolves.
Yeah.
That was a statement. Put an end to that winless streak in style. It really seems like Dyche has them playing with, that classic Everton grit, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see what he's trying to do all over that performance.
Yeah.
Organized at the back, direct an attack.
Yep.
And real hunger to win those 50-50s. And don't forget, they beat Liverpool at Goodison not too long ago either.
That's right.
Yeah.
That April victory, that really shook things up. Liverpool had, kind of been dominating the Derby lately, but Everton, they showed everyone that on any given day, form can go right out the window.
It definitely can.
So what was it about that win that turned the tide, you think?
Well, tactically, Everton were brilliant. They pressed high. They, forced Liverpool into making mistakes, and they exploited all the space they could find behind the fullbacks. And Calvert-Lewin,
oh yeah,
he was a monster that day. The guy, he just, he thrives on the physicality, in these derbies.
Now, speaking of Liverpool, they are coming off of a draw, right, with Newcastle. So that 7-point lead at the top, it's suddenly feeling a bit, a bit less secure, don't you think?
Yeah, it does. It does make things interesting. But, let's not forget that this Liverpool side under Slot, they're incredibly resilient.
Oh, yeah.
But there is one, slight vulnerability that we should probably talk about.
Oh, okay.
They do have the best defense in the league overall, but their away form has been, a bit shaky lately, especially against teams that really press them aggressively.
Okay, so could that be Everton's blueprint for pulling off an upset? You think? Use that energy from the home crowd, press like crazy, and catch Liverpool on the break.
That's it, exactly. Yeah. And if they can isolate Calvert-Lewin against Liverpool center backs, who've looked a bit susceptible to those those aerial balls, those high balls.
Yeah.
They could really cause some trouble.
Now, look, we can't talk about this match without mentioning m.salah.
No.
This guy is on fire. Scoring in 7 straight league games, and now he's breaking assist records on top of that.
Oh yeah, he is absolutely in the form of his life. There's no doubt about it.
Wow.
But remember that Everton's defense, it's built for these types of battles.
Right.
They'll try to crowd him out, deny him space, and make it a physical contest. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, it is. It's going to be fascinating to see that battle unfold. On the one hand, you've got Salah's speed, his finesse, and on the other hand, you got Everton's grit and determination. Who has the edge there? I'm kind of leaning toward I don't even know.
Yeah, it is a tough one to call, that's for sure. But here's a stat that might just make things even more interesting.
Okay.
Only three of the last 14 Merseyside derbies have seen both teams score.
Wow. Okay, so are we thinking this could be a tight, low-scoring game?
Yeah.
Maybe a war of attrition where it's decided by a single moment of brilliance or even a mistake?
Well, it's definitely possible. The derby games, they're often pretty cagey and with so much on the line here. Everton's farewell,
right?
Liverpool's push for the title. The tension is going to be through the roof. I think both managers might just prioritize, defensive solidity.
Yeah.
Wait for the right moment to strike.
Okay. So let's put it all together, right? This final derby at Goodison Park, it's steeped in history and emotion.
Oh yeah.
Everton, they're riding that wave of confidence after that big win against Wolves.
For sure.
And they've got that blueprint, from that April victory. Liverpool, well, I mean, despite that recent hiccup, they're known for being resilient, but that vulnerability away from home, well, that could be their Achilles heel.
It could be.
And then of course you've got those individual battles like Salah against Everton's defense.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that could decide the whole fate of this match.
Absolutely. It's a clash of styles,
Yeah.
a test of wills, and a story waiting to be written.
Exactly. So here's the big question for you listening at home, all right? In this final Merseyside Derby at Goodison, with all this history, the form, and the potential for, well, a real tactical chess match, who do you think is going to come out on top? It's it's a tough one to call, but let us know your predictions. And even after that final whistle blows, remember the stories behind this rivalry. They're just as compelling as the 90 minutes on the pitch. Dive into the history, and you'll discover just how much depth this derby really has.
For sure.
You got it.
Absolutely.